Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Skool. How you all getting on out there, guys? Congratulations, guys! Massive congratulations to West Ham United. They have won the Europa Conference League 2-1 on the night in Prague against ACF Fiorentina in a hotly contested match over the 90 minutes. Jared Bowen, Arsenal fans know him all too well. He got the winner in the 98th minute to make it 2-1 for West Ham. Have they had a better season than Arsenal? Yeah, I think it's fair to say they won a trophy. So people saying, would United have had a better season than Arsenal if they had won last Sunday against Manchester City? Yeah, because they would have won a trophy. Unfortunately for Ten Hag's size, it was not meant to be. But all I can say, guys, is massive congratulations to West Ham United on their win. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm a Gooner, true and true. But you can't help but be happy for them, you know. And you can't take anything away from them. They played absolutely fantastic throughout the tournament, and they are deserving of their win. And that's basically all there was about it. No more to be said. You know what I mean? Big up there, man. Respect. Let me just check this for you guys. 1 second. West Ham are Europa Conference League champions. And there you have it, guys. That's all there's about it. They deserve the win, definitely. 110%. They had a great tournament. They played well on the night. And you can't say no more about it than that, guys, to be honest. I mean, maximum respect to them. They did it the hard way. They had a tough couple of challenges along the way, but they did not back down. So you got to give them a bit of respect for that. You know what I mean? Great victory for them. Came as a surprise to me, to be honest. I don't know. I just couldn't imagine them winning it. I don't want to sound like an ignorant or an arrogant Arsenal fan when I say that. But yeah, it's their first major trophy in 43 years. I mean, of course they can celebrate. Declan Rice lifting the trophy, looks absolutely delighted, as of course any player would be. Winning a European trophy, I mean, a massive achievement, a great performance from West Ham, in fairness. They pulled out all the stops, gave it everything they had, and to win it like they did at the end was really justified, in my opinion. A fantastic team performance. Like I said, they performed fantastic tournament from start to finish. So their performances are absolutely 110%. Yeah, what can I say? So did they have a better season than Arsenal? Yeah, because they won a trophy. It's as simple as that. Can't say any more than that. You know what I mean? They actually won a title. They won a trophy. So can't take away from them for that. You know what I mean? They had a good season. They did well for themselves. Big up, man. Can't say much more than that. You know what I mean? Respected them for that. Just 1 second. All right, guys, I'm just watching the highlights of the game. I want to talk you through it, see what was going on. Congratulations, like I said, to West Ham United winning 2-1 on the night. 2-1, guys. A great victory. I mean, what can you say? They really pulled it out of the fire when it mattered to get that all-important victory. First trophy in 43 years. They can be absolutely delighted with that. All the fans that made their way to Prague, they can be absolutely delighted. Big success for David Moyes, guys. Their first major trophy since 1980. Incredible. What can I say? Congratulations to them. The highlights, guys. Fiorentina 1, West Ham 2. Thousands and thousands of West Ham fans made the journey. Thousands and thousands of Fiorentina fans. West Ham had a chance early in the game, guys. Antonio Benrahma. Antonio saved comfortably by the keeper. Throw in from West Ham here. Antonio. Rice hits it. Just wide. Good effort from Declan Rice. Free header for Fiorentina, guys, from the corner. No one was marking them at all. Fiorentina dominating position at that point. Here come Fiorentina again. Gonzalez just beaten through it when it's an important challenge. Milenkovic. Gonzalez again, cutting inside, 3 in the box. Crossed in. Brilliant save. Wow. Bit of luck there for West Ham, guys. A little bit of luck. You got a bit lucky there, guys. I'm watching the highlights. Fiorentina scored, but it was ruled out. No one looks to bring it down. No one asking for a penalty. Was it deliberate or accidental handball? The referee. Yeah. VAR. Video action replay. Said that it was a penalty. And Benrahma scores it, guys, emphatically. Massive call for the Hammers there, guys, to put them 1-0 up. The threat was always there from Fiorentina. They had a lot of potential game changers on, and Bonaventura into the corner. It went. They hit back quickly, guys. Great goal. Great finish across the goalkeeper. There's nothing he could do about that. Benrahma. Antonio. Antonio's in. Stopped. Gonzalez took it down wonderfully. Fiorentina in the ascendancy. Gonzalez with the cross. Cabran, and passed. Great save from the Fiorentina keeper. 80 minutes, guys. West Ham pushing. West Ham pushing at the end. And it was 1-1. 89 minutes. It's true for Bowen. Bowen's in, it's up for grabs, and he scores it. David Moyes celebrating, going crazy on the sideline. And big up West Ham, man. What can you say about the Hammers, guys? Respect to them. Respect to West Ham, guys. A fantastic victory for them. 43 years they've been waiting to win a trophy. Incredible. And that was it. West Ham won it at the death. That's what can happen, guys, when a team pulls together, yeah. That's what happens when a team pulls together. That's what happens when a team pulls together, yeah. They can achieve the impossible almost. It's finally West Ham's time, guys. And there it is, guys. Declan Rice lifting the trophy, the West Ham captain. An Arsenal target. Well, congratulations to West Ham, guys. They are the 2023 Europa Conference League winners. What more can you say, guys? Congratulations to them. A great performance, and it just goes to show you, yeah, it's not all about money, guys. It's about heart, it's about will to win, and it's about determination. And towards the end of the league season, definitely Arsenal, for example, and Maguna, of course, guys, were found wanting, no doubt about it. And really, really disappointing. Really, really disappointing what happened to Arsenal. I hope you like my new haircut, guys. Did it today and trimmed the beard as well to go with it. So I'll be looking smart for work tomorrow. Got a little bit of work to do here at the back because the razor is a bit funny. So I'm going to have to go over it a little bit tomorrow in the sunlight before I go to work, before I get into the shower. But yeah, it's looking smart. It's looking trim. It's going to stand out tomorrow in work. Carlos Eduardo, congratulations to West Ham. Wish we were in their shoes. Overall, I'm happy for them. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Great performance from them. Great performance from the team. Thank you for the comment, Carlos. I appreciate it, man. Smash the like in this video for me if you haven't already. And if you've got a spare £1 or £2, donate it to the OSG. I'd be very, very grateful, yeah. Even £1. Great performance from West Ham. I have to say, I was surprised. I did not think they would actually do as good as they did. Fiorentina at the end of the day, and it's the European final. But I have to say, man, respect to West Ham. Have they had a better season than Arsenal? They won a trophy. You have to say they have. People were saying when Man United played City last weekend in the FA Cup, if they win the trophy, they'll have a better season. Bloody West Ham have had a better season. They won a trophy and a major European trophy. Let's have it right, guys. It's a major European trophy. It just goes to show you what can happen when the team pulls together, when the team is strong, everyone is committed, and they're all moving in the one direction, and they have an aim, and they have a goal, and they fight for each other. Brilliant performance from them. I have to say, like you gotta hand it to them, man. Big up them, man. Big up West Ham. Fantastic performance from them. You know what I mean? Can't say a word against them, but they deserve it. They deserve it. They played fantastic. And they have done all tournament. Respect to them, man. Fiorentina, man, sickening. Like in the 90th minute, you know, they concede and to lose a goal. Thank you, Carlos, man. I appreciate it. It's been a while for me since I actually I got a donation. I didn't think you were going to, yeah, because every time I ask, it never happens. Except for people I really know, yeah. But I appreciate that, man. Big up yourself. Just 1 second, the smoke alarm is going off. Just give me 1 second. Alright, sorry about that, guys. The smoke alarm just went off downstairs. So I went down to the kitchen to make sure that everything was all right and that the place wasn't burning down. You know what I mean? I think they were making toast or something. I could smell it right from here. I could smell it going a bit funny, but yeah, at least the fire alarm was working anyway. Let's just say that. It does mean London is claret and blue. But I tell you what, it's definitely not Spurs anyway, and it's definitely not Chelsea. North London is red and white. London is claret and blue. Yeah, I think that's fair to say for the next couple of days. I think West Ham deserve that. Big up to West Ham, man. Respect to them. Like I said, they have played fantastic all season. A hard-fought victory. You can't say anything bad against them. Yeah. I mean, they were a team I always liked. They have a big following here where I am in London. Yeah. But anyway, big up to Carlos, man. Thank you for that donation. I appreciate it. Very nice here, man. Big up. It's going to help me out a little bit. Yeah, $2. But where are you actually watching from, Carlos? Do you mind me asking? Where are you actually? Where are you? What country are you actually living in? I should probably know that. Yeah, I doubt it's the first time you've spoken. But anyway. Just 1 second, guys. Just checking my phone. But thank you to Carlos for that donation. Yeah. I appreciate it, man. I am monetized, and a lot of people actually don't realize that. But yeah, I think it's fair to say that London is claret and blue, to be honest. After that fantastic victory from West Ham, that great performance, what can you say? I mean, you have to feel for Fiorentina, though. It was very tough until it was right at the end. Yeah. Massive, massive, massive game. Yeah, it is funny. It is funny, you know. They're the only team in London with a trophy. And it's been 43 years since they won something, man. So, you know what I mean? Honestly, I've got no problem with West Ham. I got no beef with them. They're a good club, run the right way, passionate fans, and you can see now what can be achieved when the team pulls together and they all go into one direction and they support each other. You know what I mean? You can see what can be achieved. Simple as. So, you got to be happy for them, man. You've got to believe in them. You know what I mean? Because they did very well for themselves. Small city in Northern California, USA. That's what I thought because of the currency. Yeah. But thank you for that donation, man. I appreciate it. What's the name of the city, if you don't mind me asking? We had I work in a hotel in central London. I'm just going to say, I'm not, I never hide about my life or what I do or this or that. I'm working for a hotel in central London. And I don't know, do you have holidays in the United States right now? Because we have had so many guests have come over from the United States. Okay, one of them was a businessman, yeah. He flew all the way from NYC to London. Other people came from Colorado Springs in Colorado. They came from Texas. They came from everywhere, all over the US. So we have had a real influx of United States tourists. Tourists coming over from the US. So is there holidays in the US now, or what's going on at the moment? Because we've had so many tourists coming the last week, all the way from the US. I mean, it's not like they're flying from Spain or Italy. They're flying across the ocean. You know what I mean? They're coming from Colorado, from Texas, from Florida, from Orlando, and like I said, from NYC. But the man that came from NYC is here on business. He came to London on business. But what can you say, guys? Amazing victory for West Ham. Is it claret and blue? Yeah, I'd agree with that. But you can't help but feel for pure Fiorentina. I mean, seriously, what a horrible way to lose. They beat Basel in the semi-final. A friend of mine is a massive Basel fan. Big up to Chris Lima. Big up to Chris. He's an enormous Basel fan. But yeah, great. He had hopes that maybe Basel would lift the trophy, but unfortunately they lost up to Fiorentina in the semi-finals, and West Ham now have put Fiorentina to bed. Tough break on Fiorentina because they had a goal disallowed as well in the first half, and it was maybe a little bit unlucky. You know what I mean? These things happen in football, I suppose, but definitely it was a tough break for them. What can you say? Quite disappointing for them in the end, the way West Ham won. But yeah, the Gooners, what's going on? New season coming. We need to really get ready for the new season when it comes. And I mean, to be honest, there's been talk till the cows come home about Caicedo, that he verbally agreed to join Arsenal. Then where is the contract? You know what I mean? It's a one thing, a verbal agreement. It's another thing actually talking about a contract. You know what I mean? There's been no contract talk. There's been nothing like that going on. So it'd make you think. You know what I mean? Is there a contract actually on the table? Do you know what I mean? You'd have to think because to be honest, I don't know myself. And we're meant to have this great relationship with, is it Brighton? It doesn't matter anyway, because we're not getting any of the players we need. You know what I mean? Like Declan Rice, Caicedo. You know, we're saying Caicedo has actually agreed in principle to join Arsenal, a verbal agreement. I'm sure there's been no contract on the table. You know what I mean? Then they're saying that what's his name might actually leave. Then they're saying what's his name might actually leave. I mean, I hope and I pray that he doesn't. If we actually lose William Saliba, okay, if we lose Saliba, we can forget about it. We can absolutely forget about it. It's a done deal. It's done. It's over. Forget it. Carlos Eduardo in with another donation. $8. Jeez, thanks very much, man. I appreciate it. Shouldn't have done that, man. That's a lot of money. You know what I mean? But I appreciate it, man. Thanks very much. They're the first donations that I've received, I'd say, in 3 or 4 months. Let me just take a little snapshot of that. Thanks for that, man. I appreciate it. That's very, very kind of you. I mean, $10 is a lot of money. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to live in London maybe until April of next year. Then I'm hoping to move back to Switzerland and kind of rebuild my life. Because I'm currently going through a divorce, unfortunately. Myself and the wife, we parted ways last October, unfortunately. So I'm hoping I'm hoping to go back to Switzerland and rebuild my life next year. But if you ever come over to London, man, and you're coming to see Arsenal, let me know. Yeah, I'll be around. I'll be in London, and I'll buy you a beer. Yeah, it's on me. Thank you for those donations. Yeah, I appreciate it. Very kind of you. Yeah, you're in Santa Rosa, California. We're only famous for Charles M. Schultz creative Peanuts comics and cartoons with Charlie Brown and Snoopy. Yeah, well, it's okay though. Yeah, that's life, man. Thank you. Yeah, but that's life. You know what I mean? These things happen in life, man. Like someone said to me at the time, life is full of ups and downs. And you never see things like this coming, really. I mean, no matter how bad things you think would save it. But in the end, when someone has their mind made up and when they want to move on, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. It's no one is with you your entire life. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, I don't want to depress people out there, but nobody is with you your entire life. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But thank you for those words. I appreciate it. I'm taking it day by day, man. That's all I can do. I just shaved my head today. Tell me what you think of it. It was getting pretty long, you know. I didn't want to go to the hairdressers because all I wanted was to shave it off. And I have a machine. I have a razor. So I shaved it off with the clippers. But and I've been growing my beard as well, you know, because it looks good then. But yeah, let me know what you think of it. I have to kind of tidy it up, clean it up once a little bit more tomorrow before I go to work. Just a little few pieces need to be done, yeah. Yeah, I just need to do a little few pieces here. I'm actually not going bald, yeah. I have a lot of hair. It goes very thick, but I shaved it really tight to the bone, especially here on the sides. Huh? I took it to the bone. But I'm going to just clean it up and tidy it up a little bit tomorrow before I go to work. You know what I mean? Leave it rest for a while now because I have a clippers. I was going hard at it there earlier because it was very thick. You know what I mean? I gone through and I trimmed the beard as well by myself. You know what I mean? It was mad thick. I mean, crazy. Yeah. And now the summer's here, man. You see, in London, okay, it's London, yeah, but the weather was fantastic today. Unreal over here in London, man. I mean, it's roasting. So it's the perfect weather for that. You know what I mean? And you get up in the morning, it's no nonsense. You know, when you jump out of the shower, you don't even have to dry it. You know what I mean? It's no nonsense. Like, it's pure easy to take care of. You know what I mean? You don't have to put gel in it or nothing, or comb it or brush it. There's a lot to be said for a shaved head, by. Anyway, I just want to thank you very much for those donations. Big up yourself, man. It's been, I don't know how long since I received donations. So thank you for that, yeah. Big up to Carlos, man. That's very kind of you, yeah. I appreciate it. But yeah, I had, there's been, I'm Irish myself. I'm not English, but I was in work, and about a month ago, these two Irish fans came over, father and son, to watch Arsenal play, and we got trashed by Brighton 3-0. I don't know if you remember that game, yeah, but Brighton stuffed Arsenal 3-0 at the Emirates. The two boys paid for flights, they paid for accommodation, they paid for match tickets, and they came over. Okay, it's only Ireland, it's only an hour away by plane, but they came over from my country, they came over from Ireland to watch the team lose. Oh my God, man. I was in the restaurant after the match, and I was actually just doing my thing, and I seen them come in, and I was waiting for them to come in, yeah, after the game, and they looked absolutely freaked out of their minds. I mean, freaked out completely. Of course, with losing the game like that. I mean, you remember the Brighton game, right? They absolutely trashed us at the Emirates. You're welcome, my friend. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. I was at work listening to the radio, and I was ranting all morning. Yeah, of course. You mean about the Brighton game, yeah? Or about just today? Yeah, but the Brighton match, we got absolutely trashed in that game. Oh, man. We got taken to school, like, big time. They absolutely wiped the floor with us. But they have a fantastic team, you know. They have Mitoma. They used to have McAllister. Now he's gone to Liverpool. And that's another thing, right? We've been linked with Caicedo, who was at Brighton, okay? But people are saying, okay, there's been a verbal agreement between the club and the player, but no actual formal contract is on the table. I understand that. But then why have Liverpool managed to sign McAllister? Because people are saying that the transfer window is not open. But Liverpool are after signing McAllister from Brighton. So why aren't we signing players? If all this talk about Caicedo, why hasn't the deal been done? You'd have to wonder, yeah. I don't know the man at all, yeah. I don't know him at all, but Edu, the technical director of the club, the Brazilian, Edu Gaspar, like I said, he is now technical director of our club, the Invincible. I met him last September, yeah, in central London, just by chance. The Queen had actually passed away, and I was actually by the London Eye, right, down by the riverside, down by the Thames. Who should I spot walking along with his wife but Edu? So I went up and I was talking to him, shook his hand, had a photo taken with him. Do you know what? I didn't want to actually start trouble with him now, or get into an argument with the man. He was with his family. But I mean, he's got to look at himself as well. I mean, if there's all this talk about Caicedo, then why haven't we signed the player already? What are we waiting for? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, like I said, Liverpool have got McAllister, and he is a top-class player, and they are already building for next season. Now, we were a little bit unlucky we didn't win the league last season, yeah, but we balled it, okay? We balled it. Next season, it's going to be even harder for us. It's not like we're going to be, right up there again and leading the league for 93%, I think, this head of the season, some ridiculous thing like that, 93% of the season, and then we slip back to second again. We're not going to be in the same position where we were last season, and the other teams are improving, and are going to be back. You know what I mean? Ten Hag will be there at United. Liverpool will be improving. They're already strengthening. Klopp will be champing at the bit. City will be their dominant selves. Chelsea will be back in there with Pochettino. Spurs have got now the Celtic manager. He's after taking over at Spurs. It's not going to be the same as it was this season. Seriously, it's going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be a battle. Yes, the Brighton match. We got absolutely trashed in that game. As soon as I went to 2-0, I was like, man, seriously. You know what? When things started to unravel for us in the league, like 1st of April, we were 8 points clear. And then it was like the biggest turnaround. Then City were 8 points clear. So it was like a 16-point turnaround. Yeah, that was the biggest in Premier League history, believe it or not. Arteta breaking all the records again. But when like the 1st of April came, we were 8 points clear. Before that, though, it had started to slip. But we got a bit of luck. City hit a rough patch and we won a couple of games and we moved back up again into first. And we were 8 points clear. But I could see that things were not going well. Like, in general, we had that win over Bournemouth. Okay, exciting, exhilarating. But we should not be 2-0 down to Bournemouth. With all due respects to Bournemouth, we should not be 2-0 down to Bournemouth at home. We should not, of course, be getting trashed by Brighton 3-0. We also should not be the West Ham game. Absolute disastrous. That's where things kind of went bad for us. You know, Thomas Partey was not playing well. He wasn't the only one. I mean, there were some terrible performances out there. But I could see it was going to slip away a little bit. And I was in the worst mood imaginable, man. I hate to say it. Like, I work with a United fan. He's friendly. He's cool. I mean, he's a good guy, yeah. I don't have a problem with him. He's a cool guy, yeah. But when he was talking to me about football, I was on edge, man. Seriously, because I knew that we were not going to get over the line. And I was in the worst, and I'm ashamed to say it, yeah, I was in the worst mood ever. You wouldn't even want to talk to me. But would you blame me? Because after we had led the season for so long, we had been up in first place for so long, I could talk about it now for the next 10 days. You couldn't write that. Like, I mean, we should have won the league. We should have won the league in the end. We were well ahead. There was no problem. Carlos Eduardo, until I see Caicedo holding the shirt or wearing it, I will believe it. Exactly. I mean, if there's been this verbal agreement, then why hasn't there actually been a contract? There's no contract. You know what I mean? It has to be done on paper. I don't know, man. It's strange. It's strange if you ask me anyway. Edu is on holiday right now as we speak. The market would open soon and he's having a shrimp on the barbie. When I saw him, he looked like he was on holiday as well. I don't know if many people realize this, but his wife is beautiful. So every day is a holiday waking up to her, I'd imagine. His wife is absolutely beautiful. I mean, stunning woman. Incredible looking. She's a bit of a muppet, I think. But she's very, very good looking. So he's on holiday every day, if you ask me, waking up next to her. You know what I mean? As we say back in my country, if you got her into bed, you'd never get out. It's as simple as that. She's that good looking, guys, because I seen her right up close. No special effects, yeah. No Hollywood. This was real. His wife is beautiful. So every day is a holiday for Edu. This is water, by the way. Yeah. I am Irish, but this is water. All right. It's not a stereotype, guys. But yeah, c'est la vie. That's all there's about it. Got to finish off the hair tomorrow, trimming in a couple of places, sort it out for myself. I'm well happy with it, though. I think it looks good with the beard, you know. I'm well happy with it. I think so. It looks decent. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is what it is. All right, let me check again. Yeah, but have you ever actually... Well done, the Hammer. You are more powerful than Arsenal. Yeah, and it was a great win for them, Eric. And how are you getting on, man? I hope you're keeping well. And welcome along to my live stream. I am monetized, Eric. So if you want to donate $1 or two, man, please do. I'd appreciate it. Not you, Carlos. You've donated enough money, man. $10 is enough, yeah. Thank you to Carlos, man. Big up. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. You know what I mean? What can I say? Yeah, West Ham, they had a better season than Arsenal now. They won a trophy. You can't say that. Like, I mean, in the league, we bottled it, in my opinion. I'm going to say I was Arteta out, but I've been Arteta out before this season. You know? To be honest, I just didn't think he had the necessary skills to get us where we needed to be. I care about the football club, guys. I care about Arsenal Football Club. There was nothing more important to me regarding our football club than the fans. Yeah, the fans are the most important thing of any football club. I don't care about players' reputations. I don't care about Mikel Arteta trying to further his career, having something that's positive on his CV. I don't care about the Cronkies. Yeah, I don't care about any of that. I care about the club and I care about the fans. Yeah, simple as that. The problem is this season when we were doing so well, it wasn't a problem, but I was 110% supporting Mikel Arteta and the team because they were giving everything to bring home the title. Our first title in 19 years. All right. They pushed and they pushed and they pushed. In the end, they bottled it. We fell short. Saliba got injured. That, of course, was a massive factor. That was one of the big reasons. The brilliant William Saliba got injured. If we sell him to PSG for 70 million, like is being banded about in the media, if that is true, guys, if they're even contemplating selling that player, there has to be a demonstration. Because, honest to God, seriously, if we don't keep Saliba, if we don't get him with the contract, pay him what he needs, what he wants to be paid, what he deserves to be paid after a fantastic season. For me, he was our player of the season. I'm not forgetting about Saka. I'm not forgetting about the brilliant Martinelli. These two fantastic players. For me, it was Saliba. He was our player of the season. And I'm not forgetting about Martin Bottlejob Odegaard. For me, it was Saliba. But if we let that player go, if we sell him to PSG, of course, he was on loan at Marseille before he came back to Arsenal for this season. But if we sell him to PSG, guys, we have no ambition. Because with a player like him, we could win the league. You can build a championship winning team around a player like him, even a double winning team. It is what it is. I mean, if this player is released, if we let him go, you can forget it, man. You can forget it. Pick up the Carlos, man. Yeah, the Brighton result, man. The Brighton result. But listen, then when the pressure's off, we bounced back against Chelsea. We bounced back against Newcastle. Then we went into the Farmers. Then we went into a slump again and lost to Brighton. I mean, honest to God. And then on the last day of the season, we absolutely trash Wolves. But sure, what good is that to us? What good was that at the end that we beat Wolves like that? When the chips were down, when we needed to win, when we had to get results, we fell to pieces. Arteta's match management, yeah, his game management has to be looked at. Okay, we didn't have crazy options on the bench. I get it. We're not Manchester City. I get it. We don't have their financial muscle there. We don't have two teams there. City have two teams. But we should have had actually some kind of, I don't know, like some of the tactical changes, were just, I mean, playing players out of position or guys that weren't comfortable. We got ripped to pieces in some of those games at the end. And I'm not talking about Liverpool and Manchester City, yeah, because Anfield and the Etihad are difficult places to go. I'm talking about the Brighton game. I'm talking about the West Ham game. I'm talking the Southampton game. They were 3-1 up in the 88th minute, and we were the home side going for the league title. Okay, they were fighting relegation. Southampton were fighting for their lives. But Arsenal were going for the title, and we had a home game against a team in the relegation zone. Think about that now. And they were beating us 3-1 with 2 minutes of normal time to go. The 88th minute, we were 3-1 down. Okay, we rescued a point. We got it back to 3-3. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I mean, seriously, some of those performances, it just wasn't Eric Adama, no matter how Carlos said, well, we just didn't have a good enough bench. Unfortunately, we need to sell off some players who aren't good enough. Excuse me. For some reason, we're keeping some of those players. Fabio Vieira, man, he's not good enough. I mean, and what does poor Emile Smith-Rowe need to do to get a game? Supposedly, we're selling Kieran Tierney to Newcastle because Zinchenko is going to be the first choice left back and not Tierney. Mikel Arteta, of course, was assistant coach to Pep at Manchester City before he came to Arsenal. So he likes Zinchenko. I like Zinchenko, but Zinchenko can't defend. And there are times in games where he switches off completely, whereas Tierney is a better defender. He just put the ball out. No messing. No fooling around. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot to talk about. And like I said, it's not going to be the same for us in the coming season as it was in the season just gone. Excuse me, guys. Been under the weather at the moment. Yeah, Reece Nelson given a raise to stay. He hasn't featured that much. Like he had a couple of good performances for us. But I mean, if they're going to get him to stay, then Saliba also. Saliba is more important. You know what I mean? But I like Reece Nelson. I like Reece. You know what I mean? He's been fantastic for us. But yeah, congratulations again to West Ham anyway, guys. Anyone that thought they won their first trophy in 43 seasons. Big up West Ham, man. You can't say any more about it than that. Jared Bowen got the winner in the 98th minute for them to go them Fiorentina to a 2-1 defeat. A bit tough on Fiorentina, to be honest. But that is life, guys. It's just the way it goes sometimes. You can't do much about it. You know what I mean? Can't do much about it. It is what it is. Alright, let's have a goosey gander. But yeah, other big news in football. I don't know, do you get that news over in the US? You have, my friend. You can let me know, man. 1 second. Yeah, more big news. Yeah, I don't know. Did you see that, my friend? I don't know. Have you seen that, guys? I don't know. Did you see that, Carlos, Eric? I don't know. Did you see that? But Karim Benzema is leaving Real Madrid after 14 years at the club. Yeah, he's won like I think 5 Champions League, 4 league titles, and 5 Champions Leagues. I think he's won like 30 trophies or 32 trophies in total. But Benzema is leaving after 14 years at the club. I think they said now that he's actually gone over to the Middle East. He's going to play for a team in the Middle East. But yeah, he's leaving Real Madrid after 14 years. Yeah. Crazy, crazy, crazy. He, of course, hasn't played for the France national team in a long time. He had a falling out with Didier Deschamps. So, excuse me, guys. Not a smoker. I'm just a little bit under the weather now. Yeah, it's just Benzema by, and then of course Ibrahimovic has retired from football. The fantastic Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I had the pleasure of seeing him play 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago, man. 6 years ago. I had the pleasure of seeing Ibrahimovic play. It was the Champions League, and it was Manchester United against FC Basel in Switzerland, because I was living in Switzerland at the time, and I went there with 3 friends, and we were right on the touchline. And Zlatan was right there in front of me. Zlatan was just there. I could see him. He's a giant of a man, guys. Anyone who doesn't know, yeah, I haven't seen him up close. He's like a tree. He's just huge, Ibrahimovic. He is just an animal. But yeah, I seen him play. The great man. Very sad that he retired, yeah, but he's still on the books with AC Milan. He's big on the books with AC Milan, but the problem is that he actually he was injured for a year, guys. He's not fighting injury problems for the last 12 months. So he decided just to hang up his boots, guys, as they say in the business, and retire. What can I say? Maybe it's the right decision, because he was a year on the treatment table and he couldn't get back. He just couldn't get back playing. So you'd have to feel sorry for him now, but that's the way it is. What do you think of my haircut, Arsenal forever? Just did it today, man, myself. I need to kind of touch it up tomorrow, I know, you know. I need to do a little bit to it here tomorrow. It's a little bit thicker in areas, but that's hard to do. The razor's old, you know what I mean? But yeah, I trimmed the beard as well then, man. Linked it up, you know what I mean? Did it myself. It's not professional, but I did it myself. Yeah, Al Ittihad, yeah. Yeah. You're well clued in, Carlos, man. You know your football. Dave, big up Arsenal squad photo shoot for next season. No trophy in front of them. West Ham 1 trophy in front of theirs. It's no joke, man. Seriously. It's no joke. It's not going to be as easy. It's not going to be as easy for us in the new season as was the season just gone. It won't. We're going to be in a bit of trouble there. It's not going to be as easy for us. The other teams are going to be developing too. But yeah, West Ham have had a better season. They won a trophy. It's the honest to God truth of it. And congratulations to West Ham for a fantastic win tonight. Big up themselves, man. Eric Adamba. Hazard's not at Chelsea. I think you're talking about Hazard, right? Eden Hazard. Hazard has been at Real Madrid. But he's been plagued with injury. As far as I know, Hazard actually announced his retirement too. Let me check. But Hazard was at Real Madrid, yeah. Most recently. But he's been injured constantly. Well, it says that he's still on their books, yeah. He's still with Real Madrid, but he hasn't featured in a long, long time. Benzema will be earning 300 million a year at his new club. That is some serious dough. Yeah, well, they have the money. They have the money. I mean, that's where the money's at right now. You know what I mean? And a lot of players going over there. The game is developing in that country, you know, or in the Middle East in general. Sorry, the game is developing in these countries, so they want to be a part of that. You know, they want to be part of it. Why not? You know what I mean? Congratulations to West Ham anyway on their win. Yeah, big up themselves, man. I am monetized, guys. For those of you that don't know, my channel is monetized. So if you want to donate a bit of money, I'd appreciate it. Anything will do, guys. Am I on Twitter? I am on Twitter. Yeah, Old School Gunner. I'm on Twitter, yeah. Old School Gunner. Send me a tweet. Yeah, the Old School Gunners on Twitter. As soon as I post some of my uploads on Twitter, you know. But yeah, I'm on Twitter. Send me a tweet. Man. Yeah, I am. I'm on Twitter, man. Send me a tweet. I love your profile photo, by the way. Big up the legends, man. Big up to David Rocastle and Paul Davis. Big up to the two men, boy. Maximum respect. Congratulations anyway, like I said, to West Ham United, guys. A fantastic victory for them. I mean, can't say any more about it, guys. Is London flower and blue? I think for the next couple of days it deserves to be, yeah. West Ham deserved that. They've had a fantastic season. Great win. Fantastic victory. You know what I mean? Declan Rice on his way to Arsenal. Who knows now? After he's had his taste of success with West Ham, maybe he'll stay with them. Hard to say, you know. It's very hard to say what will actually happen. But great to see so many people tuning into my live stream. Really appreciate it. Declan Rice to Arsenal after having this success now with West Ham. I don't know. It could go anywhere. It could go either way, you know. So we'll have to see. People throwing and say West Ham got a European trophy before us. They didn't get a European trophy. Well, have they got a European trophy previously in their history? I'm on Old School Gunner, man, is my handle. Welcome along to Playboy anyway. Welcome to my live stream. Famous and won the European trophy from us. We've won European trophies in the past. Do you mean like previously? Like before we won ours? We have won European trophies too, but we're not that successful in Europe. Everybody won to the final to their old school gunner. That's my handle, man. Arsenal forever. Old school gunner. Just 1 second, guys. I'm just checking something on my channel. Give me 1 second. Not ignoring it, guys. I'm just checking something on my channel. Great to see so many people tuning into my live stream. Absolutely fantastic to have you along, guys. Arsenal forever. Breaking news: Eddie was negotiating with B&Q for a new barbecue. Let me take a photo of that. I might actually post that on Instagram. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Maybe take a photo where I'm actually smiling. Yeah, big up to the Hammers, man. Big up to West Ham. What can I say? A fantastic, fantastic victory for them. They deserve it. They played very well. You can't take anything away from them. I mean, they've done all right for themselves. And to be honest, it's a team that I won't say I'm a fan of theirs, but it's a team that I always, yeah, I've always liked, I suppose, in a way. I've got no beef with them. I've got no problem with West Ham. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And they didn't get relegated. They survived the drop. You know what I mean? So it's been a good season for them, man. And they won a trophy. Saying a word about it. You know what I mean? Big up them, man. They finished 14th in the league on 40 points. They managed to secure safety. They didn't. They avoided the drop. Poor Leicester, Leeds, and Southampton went down. Leicester got relegated 7 years after being champions. Terrible for them. Their poor owner that died in the helicopter crash. Poor Leicester, man. But that league victory of Leicester's will live forever. That will live forever. When Leicester won the league, it will live forever. You know what I mean? So I am monetized, guys. In case you don't know, if you want to donate $1 or $2 to my channel, please do. Carlos has donated $10, believe it or not. Very nice of you, man. I appreciate it. I was surprised by that, your generosity. Thank you for that. But yeah, if you want to give a bit of money to the old school gunner, guys, please do. I am monetized. You know what I mean? Just 1 second. Subscribe as well to my channel if you haven't already, guys. I'm guessing you're all subscribed anyway, but if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. Yeah, guys, we have a lot to think about though for the new season. Arsenal fans. I mean, it's not going to be an easy season for us. I think, my opinion. We're gonna have to be kind of up for it. From you know, we need to sign players, and I don't understand why we haven't made moves on players already. Like Liverpool's got their player, they're already strengthening. I mean, people can't see that the transfer window is not open because it is open. You know what I mean? Liverpool got McAllister. We should be making moves already. And if we don't hold on to William Saliba, we don't know what to say. You know what I mean? One of the greatest players ever to play for the club. You know what I mean? This season, he was, to be honest, my player of the season. Big up William Saliba, man. He was fantastic for us this season. That's why they're not. People can have their opinions, but that's mine. Saliba was amazing for us this season. You know what I mean? Anyway, for those of you who don't know, guys, it finished Fiorentina 1, West Ham United 2 at the Eden Arena in Prague, a stadium that I have been to, yeah. That is the home of Slavia Prague. Fiorentina 1, West Ham 2. And Jared Bowen scored in the 90th minute, guys, to secure the Europa Conference League for the Hammers. 2-1, guys, was the final score. Bowen scored in the 90th minute. The victory secures the Hammers' first major trophy in 43 years and their first major European trophy triumph since 1965. You can't deny them, guys. They deserve it. Big up West Ham, man. Big up themselves, man. They've had a fantastic season and they avoided relegation. You know what I mean? Which is very important too. They managed to avoid relegation. So what can you say? Big up themselves, man. Arsenal forever. David Saliba signs a new contract along with Saka. It's going to be the plus point for a bad summer transfer window. Yeah, hopefully it won't be as bad as that, man. Hopefully we can get some other players too. You know what I mean? You think it's not going to be a good summer transfer window, no? I mean, we need to strengthen. We need to strengthen. I mean, supposedly there's 200 million there. Kroenke has said. But 200 million is not that much. I mean, I don't want to be ungrateful, but 200 million in today's game, guys, is not that much money to buy players. It's not like, that is not much money at all. 200 million. What's it worth to you? This is water, by the way. I am Irish, but it's water, guys. All right. Let me check up my hairstyle. Oh, yeah. I like the way I call it a hairstyle. It's just a shaved head. My army hairstyle, is it? All right. I look like I'm heading off. Do a bit of military service. Declan Rice is not worth 100 million. Yeah, that's true. But, you know, everyone is overpaying these days, man. Everyone is overpaying these days. But I agree, he's not worth 100 million. I agree with that. I mean, everyone is just overpaying. Of course, the players, they want to hike it up. You know what I mean? And they want to get the best possible. They want to get the best possible deals they can. But he has been fantastic for us. Saliba has been absolutely fantastic for Arsenal. Absolutely fantastic. We need to get him re-signed. Like, Arsenal forever, you think that if Saliba signs his new contract, that's going to be the plus point for a bad summer transfer window. Yeah. Could well be, man. Could well be. You know what I mean? It is what it is, I suppose. Can't say much more about it. Oh, here I am. Sporting a new hairstyle. But yeah, guys, it is what it is. It is what it is. Can't say much more about it than that. But yeah, just keep looking at my mustache and my beard. Yeah, guys. So I'm supposed to be heading off to Switzerland in August, which is going to be nice for me. I used to live there for 10 years before I came to the UK. And next year I want to move back to Switzerland and rebuild my life. But I used to be living there for 10 years, so I'm going to go back in August and visit a very good friend of mine, a man that's more like my brother than a friend. And we're going to have a good time. And I'm looking forward to it. It's the most expensive place on the planet. But I'm going to go there and, you know, take it easy. I'll have a bit of money saved up. But it's an expensive place if you're going there as a tourist. Zurich, Switzerland, expensive. But Zurich is very expensive if you go there as a tourist. make sure you have your money ready. It's very expensive. But if you're working there and you're living there and you have a job, it's a good place to be. You know what I mean? When you go abroad, you're like a millionaire. That's the honest to God truth. And I like living there. I should never have left. You know what I mean? I should never have left. But I have a chance to go back and right that wrong. You know? But yeah, congrats to West Ham, man. Big up themselves. That's all I can say. A fantastic victory for them. Big up, man. I mean, they must be so happy right now. I mean, the fans must be absolutely. I hope there's no trouble in the city anyway after the game, because I mean there was a lot of kind of hassle around there. There was a lot of trouble going on around, you know, to be honest. Yeah. Luca's right, man. Let me support Luca. Just watching another guy's channel there, guys. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you now. Arsenal forever with the comment. Luke, West Ham have had a better season than us. Winning a trophy is a success. Anyone watching my channel anyway, check out Luca's channel, guys. Give him some support, yeah. Yeah, just watching Luca's channel, guys. Luca AFC. If you haven't already, check out his channel, guys. Gunnar and Rice was excellent again. Fiorentina, I think Niall Kane was in the Hearts group at the This will be a lesson to Arsenal. This is what can be achieved when a team gives their all and fights from. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. I want to thank everybody for your continued support on my channel. All your likes, your subscribes, and your comments. I appreciate it. Big up yourselves, guys. Thank you to everybody for your support. Thank you to Carlos Eduardo. And thank you for the $10 that he donated. A lot of money. Thank you, man. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate it. Thank you to Eric. Thank you to Austin Forever. Thank you to Playboy. That's it, guys. I'm going to wrap up the stream there. Take care, guys. Congratulations once again, like I said, to West Ham. Fantastic, fantastic result. Great victory for them. Wonderful to win the trophy. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Sleep well. Come on, you Gooners. Peace.